All right, Grayson's here with me and we're playing, but my peony was falling over. Look at this beauty. And so I just took 3 sticks, and then I've got string right here, and then I've got string up here, and it's all good. And then we've got another big guy here. They're all enclosed now, so they won't fall because they were falling over that way. And then I got this one too, but this beauty had a beautiful trellis to kind of lay on because she was flopped over. This is the first year she's ever bloomed. And that one's blooming its 2nd year. So,
Did
all right.
you only get a knuckle sandwich?
What?
Bacon?
Excuse me? What'd you say to me?
A knuckle sandwich?
I don't want your knuckle sandwich. Don't you hit TT in the butt. Hey friends, it's after dinner time or around dinner time. I've got to go dig up the apple mint and take it and put it in the tea garden out back. And then I have peppermint that I'm going to put in the back. So I'm going to go with you now. We're going to dig up the apple mint. I literally threw it in the ground yesterday so that I could, or last year at the end of the year, because I didn't get it planted. I just threw it anywhere. It took, thank goodness, and now I'm going to move it. So I'm going to move that. Also, I thought I'd show you this. Let me show you. So I was wondering, this is the first time I've seen this, which is why I'm mentioning it to you. So where the seeds go for, like, if you've got these little viola guys or pansies. So after the flowers are done, hold on, let me get my camera phone. That's gonna work better, hold on. Okay, so now, where is it? Where's the one? Right here. Okay, there you go. So you can see right there the seeds on there. So you could just take those seeds when you see them and just sort of drop them in here, and they will reseed. I just did a bunch. Here's so there's one on there. Here's some right here. Those are all seeds for the violas. So that's why if you put them in a pot or something, and well, at least here in Virginia, you just keep getting them back year after year. They just keep reseeding. So that is just a little tip. There's more. Just throw them down and they'll reseed. Not going to really do anything this year except get real little, but they may reseed for next season, so we'll see. Or you can collect them and plant them out, in your area at the appropriate time. Okay, friends, so I'm going to stick the peppermint in this corner. I'm going to keep the mint on this side, and the apple mint. The apple mint's going to get huge. I'll probably put that there. And then I also have this lemon balm to transplant too, and it looks like a strawberry plant that's just rogue in there. So I'm going to see if I have room to dig this up. If not, I'll keep it in the container, or I'll put it somewhere else, because you can see how happy this guy is, because I gave it all fresh, and I've got my sign back there. I also have the sign here that I made out of the dry clay for peppermint. I'll have to go in the house and make another one for the apple mint, but let's go ahead and get these guys planted. This smells so amazing. Oh, that's a little too deep. There we go. And these are like a wild, these guys are like a wild lettuce. I don't care that they're in there. They can grow. They're pretty. They put a little pop of color in here. Okay. There's our peppermint right there. And then this guy, I have chamomile here that I'm squishing. It's not doing well. I got to put more in here, but let's go ahead. Actually, we'll put it back here since they're both mints. We'll put them kind of close together. He's going to be much happier here too, because he was in really hard, yucky soil, and you can see how dried out. And he's going to have a happier home here, and he can go ahead and do his thing and spread. And if it falls down there and spreads into the garden, and he mows the lawn and it smells like mint, I'm okay with that, because these are very heavy feeders. So you definitely want to plant these guys in an area where they can spread. If you don't want them in your in your yard, don't plant them in the ground because they will spread in the ground for sure. All right, we'll have to come back and check him out. He's probably going to get a lot bigger in the next couple of weeks. And that guy can stay right there. I disturbed him. All right, so there we go. So we need to get a tag for that. Well, I have this, so I'll put this in here for now until I make him a tag. But this is you can see apple mint, which is going to be a great tea. A little fruity, a little minty. It's going to be delish. Lemon balm, chamomile, and peppermint. So our little tea area is beginning to form. So very exciting. All right, next thing, I have to go in the house and get cutters to cut these boxes up and lay them out. You can see the issues we're having with the weeds. I also need more. I have more cardboard, so I need to clean this out. I'm going to lay the cardboard here as well as some back there. It's still not going to be enough, but it'll be enough to get it going, and then I can put some more compost in, hopefully tonight. Let's take a look over here. Oh, look. These are, I didn't know these are going to be, I don't know if they're pink or they're going to, pink, purple, mixed colors. I'm not sure. Oh my God, they look like spiders when they grow. They're big. I forgot the name of them. I'll put it up on the screen, but we have our tomato. I need to get in here and weed. You can see there's a lot of weeds coming in. This is all weeds. And it looks like my parsley, or which one's parsley? This one? This is parsley. That's been out here longer. That's doing well. That did get a little shock. That's, maybe I can cut the dead stuff off if it would grow on the ends. That's celery. Probably could cut some of that off. And these are starting to grow too. These are either pumpkins or this is a potato plant here. Tomatoes. One of these might be, that looks like a pumpkin. I thought I planted some cucumbers, but I think they were on the other side, and I don't think they made it. I think I put them out too quickly, so I'm going to have to put some more down here. So I'm going to go get the cardboard, lay that out, and then I'm going to probably get this weeded as well. We have all these wild strawberries down here. You can see when the birds eat them, so I got to be very careful back here because Mr. Sneaky is probably around here, and I really don't want to find him right now. So anyway, let's take a look over here. So Grayson put the these are raspberries that need to be moved. Oh, and look, you can see they do eat them. Something's eating them. So and something actually was sitting here. So I don't want to get rid of all of the wild strawberries because they do eat them, but I need to get rid of a lot of them. This looks like beans in here. Yeah, these are some couple rogue little bean plants. Over here, look at this. This is the trap plant flower that I put in there. I got 2 of them, and I've got one over there. But Grayson wanted to get, he wanted to plant his own tomato plant, and he wanted me to buy the marigolds, so that worked out there. I don't remember if this is parsley too, or if this is celery. I'd have to probably break it off and smell it, but it looks like it's healthy and doing well. And then all of these guys are getting really big. These are all nasturtiums. I do have one of these guys I've got to plant, and I thought these were going to die. I left them out here. I think I'm going to go ahead and plant them. These are pepper plants that seem to be recovering, that my cat chewed everything off. And then we have some peas. The peas have some kind of a problem. So I'm going to have to put some, see those? Those are aphids. These are covered in aphids, unfortunately. They're just covered. So I'm going to put some diatomaceous earth in here as well, but I'm going to leave them right now because it's ate up the whole plant. I think the plant's no good, so I'm going to have to pull them out because of the aphids, but I'm going to spray them first, kill the aphids because I don't want them. Right now what that's doing is keeping it off my other plants, like my tomatoes and stuff like that. So But it does have, this has to all come out because of the aphids. That's the first time I've actually seen that, which is a shame because we did our pea experiment and I've got all these peas and it's getting hot now. The peas inside are fine if I cleaned them off and wiped them, but it looks like the plant has sort of died anyway. It's all yellow and nasty. So we're going to destroy that, and we're not going to put that in our compost. We're just not, because of all the bugs, but I'm going to spray it first. So move these guys, and I got to get that big ass weed down. All these weeds back here. Well, some of them are from the tree there. Oh, there's so much to do. So much to do and so little time. I'm not sure I'm going to put that other lemon balm out either in here, because this is going to fill up with just the mint I have in here. And yeah, so I think I'm going to leave that and put it in a different container. I already lost my planter thing. Where did I put it? All right, I'll be back in a minute. All right, so I think I'm going to plant these peppers here. I think they'll be fine here for now. They may end up being moved, but I got to clean this bed out. I took all of the stuff out for my neighbors. I had all the cauliflower and broccoli that had gone over, and gave it to him for his chickens, and they loved it. They were very happy. This is all going in compost. So I'm just going to hurry up. I don't know what this is. That is a tree trying to grow. No, sir, you are not welcome. You are not welcome. Yep, that's exactly what that is. Those are, you see that? Those are both squirrels that have put big acorns in here. No, sir. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this cleaned up real quick, as much as I can, and then plant this. Got my little tiny thing here for digging. I don't know if they're all going to grow, but I'm going to try to separate them a little bit and just let them do their thing in here. If they grow, great. If they don't, no big sweat. They're bell peppers. We don't eat a lot of peppers. So I don't know if these are all going to make it. Be nice if they did, though. If I get extras, then I'll just give them, I'll take them to work. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think those are my peppers. I think that'll be okay. We'll see. All right, I have some diatomaceous earth I'm going to sprinkle on. I'm probably just going to sprinkle on everything here, because I'm also having a really bad problem with roly-polies, like too many. Because this was a mulched bed has a lot of mulch in it. So I'm going to sprinkle everything. It should kill the immediate, this is safe for animals, by the way, around animals and humans, but it should kill any immediate issues that I'm having. And then it is going to rain today at nighttime, so this is all going to get washed away, but should be fine for what I need it for right now. Seems like those are resistant. This can come out and go in the other pile as well. So there, now it looks like it snowed. That should kill everything and should be good for after it rains. Everything should be dead. I also have, I have in here some calendula growing as well that we planted. Calendulas there. A lot of stuff I planted in here didn't grow, didn't come up, which is fine. That happens. I guess I'll go ahead and sprinkle this bed too. Don't see any issues over here, but don't want any So we'll do this too. And like, especially on the pumpkin plants. All right. That should be a good bug killer. Got to throw these out and we'll be back. All right, I'm gonna get all of these boxes kind of laid out, cut up, and then I do have to treat this rose with some rose tone. This is bloomed out, and it also looks like something is eating the rose bush, probably aphids as well. So I'm gonna dust this, put rose tone on it, weed it. It's not staying here, actually, it's gonna be moving. And then I've got berry tone that I need to put on some strawberries. I'll show you how you know they need to be fed. I'll show you that in just a second. All right, I still need more here. There's another layer under there and mulch. I need probably 3 or 4 more in here. I just moved this cage stuff because I don't have a spot for it now. Laid some here along the edges that I need to do, and then laid that one there. So this one can go in here too. This is just a baby one, so I'll put that in. And then should be ready for some soil. Okay, so this is liquid. I thought it was granules. I'm gonna have to mix that with water, so I'm not gonna do that now. But I put some extra soil in here, but look, I found all of these that Robert must have been working on when he was working on the fence. Probably pulling these out. It looks like they came out of here. I don't think he needs them, but I've saved them anyway. All right, so anyway, that's got new fresh soil. It's gonna get water shortly. Let's go show you those berries. Okay, these are not staying here, either one of these. These are both gonna be moved. In fact, they need to be moved because they're not in the sun. So I'm gonna clean this out as well. It's got all just the debris and from the trees and stuff in here. So I'm gonna take all this out of here. And then I'm just going to sprinkle some berry tone in here. And then it's going to water with the rain tonight. And all will be happy and healthy and good. And then these guys should do a lot better. You can see how they're not as green as they should be. All of them are like that. So they need food at this point. And I'm going to give it to them. Okay, all done. Stinky but effective. And these are, I'm letting them just completely die. These were tete-a-tetes, and they got to regenerate from next year. So when they're dead, I'll pull those out. So there's some really kind of messed up looking little strawberries coming in, but it's because they really need food. I'm also going to take the shade cloth down now too. Good morning, friends. So, what a mess. I don't have any makeup on. I have like one little, like a green eyeliner on that I was trying on earlier. That was PR. And, but I've been sweating, and so it's all over my face. Anyway, Robert and I cleaned the whole front porch off. He's going to power wash it. There's 2 more bins he needs to get off of here. He did dig a hole up here, bury that rose bush, so I'll show you that. So, I'll show you what we did. So, I took the cushions off and cleaned all of this, wiped all this down, cleaned this down. My drink's here. And then over here, the cushions are off of here, which is why this little blankie's on here right now. Well, the cushions are on it, the pillows are off. Took all this down, wiped it down, moved some stuff under here. That's empty right now. This has some of my gardening stuff in it. This is Robert's drink. That birdseed's gonna go somewhere. The cushions are off of here. Those are going to get off. As soon as he does that, I'm going to sweep the rest of this. So then this will be done, and our rug is drying, along with a bunch of cushions are drying. And then I just took all of the plants, stuck them in here for now. I did put 1 load of mulch there. That's not ours. That's a gift for someone. We're going to have to take that and do that. But I was just looking at how pretty it looks on the shepherd's hook there, and now I want one there because that's beautiful. So this area, since we've been trying to kill that grass, we like poisoned it, and I'm gonna lay down mulch all here, and this is just gonna all be containers for this year, maybe a couple of years till I know that grass is gone and we build up the soil. But also look at this little guy. So she is now in her new home, and we'll see how she does. I actually like these roses better than the other one. They're reminiscent of a David Austin. It's an heirloom rose and a little bit smaller blooms. The other ones are a lighter pink. this hopefully is a little more disease resistant, and I hope it's a rebloomer. If it does better than the other one and climbs really good, at the end of the season, I might take this out and take this one out. I just actually tied up this new shoot here because it was sticking way out. There's a brand new shoot here, so it might rebloom. But this one also does have a little disease. It's got, like, from all the rain we've had. I try to pick those when I see it, but there's so much, it's kind of hard. So I might just cut this all the way down, dig that rose out, and go get another one of these roses if this one doesn't do well this year. It's just not fabulous. So anyway, we're making progress though, and then I've got stuff over there like the rug's drying. Grayson's gonna be so excited because we got berries coming in. This is one of the pink ones he got. It doesn't look real pink right now, but it is. It's a very light colored pink. He's got another one too. We're gonna fill it with oil today and try it out. Isn't everything looking so good? It's like cleaned off. Everything now has a spot. I'm so happy. This took us all day because it was so disgusting. It just took all day. And then that has a little light in it. You can't really see, but it looks good. And that looks good too. That's been cleaned up. Good morning, friends, and welcome to this week's vlog. So it is Monday morning. Well, it's about lunchtime. I work remote today because I have to coach the little kids later on this evening. And I am enjoying my beautiful, newly cleaned porch. Oh my gosh. I love it. I'm so happy. It took Robert and I all day to clean everything. We had so much junk to clean off of here. Like everything was covered in yellow pollen. There was just junk. Like we had so much stuff up here that we just needed to find homes for. But we don't have a garage. Well, we have a shed in the back, but Robert frankly has filled it with shit. I don't have a shed anymore. And it's got shelves. He put so much stuff in there, that man. When he retires though, a lot of that stuff, just going on with this, a lot of that stuff he's not going to need, and we'll have a big yard sale, which will be in a couple of years. So anyway, so that's just temporary. But we had like leaf blowers, leaf mulchers, weed eaters, bags of like ice for, sorry about the bride, can't help it, bags of like the ice so that rock crystals up here, a bunch of my gardening stuff, pots. Some of them I threw out, the ones I kept I organized, and we got 2 bins that I did a little short on it for from Temu, and a little hair issue going there too. Did I forget to curl? I just put some loose curls in my hair for today. We'll see how these guys do. I think this helps with the transitioning of the color growing out. You can see I've got my gray coming in here. I don't have a lot of gray, but I have some right up in the top of my face, of course. So anyway, I'm having some watermelon for lunch, almost done. And you might have remembered I got this with Kenzie at her bachelorette party last year and had totally faded. So I still have a little bit more I could put on here, but I put like a chalk white spray on it to kind of make it a little bit neater. This is so dark, you can't really see. I'm in like, I don't have any sun here. Anyway, I just sort of sprayed it. It's not perfect. I didn't want it to be perfect. You can see I even got a little bit on the soil, but it's that soil is actually fairly good still. So I am going to find a little plant and put something cherry in here. I do have begonias that came in. Look at this porch. Everything's clean. So stuff that is hidden is now in here. Love it. Including all of the chalk and bubbles and stuff for Grayson and all the bird seed, because that was just all just out on the counter. Cords were everywhere, batteries were all over here. I don't know if you guys ever really saw it. You saw it in the background probably, but cords are in there now. I don't know where Robert put the battery part in his cars. I got the couple of pots that I'm not using right now, and some peas in there. This actually has some seeds, and water in it. These seeds will be okay, but these will not. These got wet. Those are poppy seeds. Maybe they will. I don't think the package was opened yet. They're probably not good. Let me dump this. think I was cleaning and didn't realize water got in that yesterday. So, but I wiped this whole thing down, scrubbed it. We have other gardening stuff in here. 2 little pots here. This is a blueberry plant that's struggling, so I just put it up here so I could take care of it. These are empty. I do have the other piece that goes in here. There's like a base piece there. I think I'm going to put pre-potted plants in here that you get from Lowe's where the whole collection's all done for you. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to do there. Got some extra stuff here. There's some water in there for like the plants that are going to be up here. Robert got me this, and we lit it up yesterday. Super cute. It is got a tinge of pink to it. There's another one that he's got to find. This can come down now because this should not be wet anymore. And actually, I have another one of these I have to find. I didn't get rid of it because it matches the other one, the other rocker on the other side, and it's kind of like a corally orange, and it sort of matches the carpet there. That one is not going to stay there. And then, of course, that's back there, and so it's hidden. And then I've got our swing and cleaned and sprayed down all of the cushions on that. So I don't think I showed this, though. This is the other thing. So, we're cleaning all the grass out here. So we've got strawberries growing in there and in there. And Grayson's will be so happy because there's a strawberry that's almost ready. Hopefully when I see him next, it'll be ready. And then these are just here. So these hydrangeas, this one I had to take off. Like you can still see there's like little remnants of like rust down here, but I don't want to take everything off of it because it has buds. It will grow. More stuff's coming out at the bottoms down here. So it's going to rejuvenate. And then I've got a succulent down here that I just transplanted from the sedum, which is going to go somewhere else. But for now, that's just working on growing. These are in the shade because they're going to be done soon. This one, same thing. Had a little bit of rust on it. Not bad on this one. This one's doing better. These are small. I think they're the Invincible Wee. And they don't get but 2 or 3 feet tall. That's not ours, but I'm going to get, that basket is a gift that we've just kept here and kept out alive. Although if we don't get it to her soon, it's a Mother's Day gift for someone. I'm going to have to get her a new one, but that's fine. If that happens and it blooms out, I'll keep it, and then I'll just get her a different one. I do want to get one for this area, and I actually might want to put 2 of them here because I really like how this looks sort of hanging here, and I like that it's in the shade. I don't know that I'd get this one. This is her favorite color, although I love purple and pink in the garden. I might get something like that, and then maybe another one on this side. So we have our strawberry tower. Now there's something growing, maybe zinnias in there, I don't know. This is just getting started. These were all transplanted in here. And so I don't really see any like flowers and stuff on them right now. This one looks like it's having a hard time, but they're growing and it's fine. We got a new beautiful baby coming in right here. I just planted, so it's very happy. It's got some of the older blooms on it and that are coming off, and it's popping new growth already just from being in here, and there's more buds coming. So very happy about that. Is that a succulent right there? Oh, look at that. That's a succulent right there. Let's seed them. It must be a little piece I stuck in there and it took. Oh yeah, because look, there's more of it there and there. Exciting. This looks like these leaves are from like a viola. Anyway, I've got some creeping thyme, and then this has some strawberries in it. Like there's this one that's almost ready, not quite. These guys are laying on the grass, and see, that's a worm or something on that. I need to get something in here to lift it off, lift these guys off the ground so that they're not, there we go. Because these look a little funky. This needs more soil and everything, but anyway, so we're not going to be putting any plants in the ground here, but I also laid some mulch down here. And overall, I'm happy with how it looks. I think we're just going to keep pots in here for this season, possibly 2 seasons. We shall see. And update number 3, Robert put my rose bush in. This was a BITCH, friends, to get in here. So here's a new guy coming in right already. It's such a beautiful little rose, though. I love it, and I love the brightness. And we're going to be testing this. So as this grows up a little bit, then I'll attach it to here. He put down here. He cut a piece of bamboo and stuck it in there. So for the time being, I can just pour water right down to the roots while it's establishing. And yeah, so I'm very happy with this. I really like this color quite a bit better. And this one is, we'll see if this blooms longer or keeps reblooming, because this one bloomed out and there's no more blooms on it. And the clematis will rebloom again too, but that's going to take a little bit. I think I might need to cut these off. I got to look at that for the clematis. but it will rebloom again. And this is getting some new growth here, but this is the only piece I see getting new growth. I've got to go through, I think, and like deadhead all of the roses that are gone now and see. We'll probably get a few more sporadic, but it was so beautiful when I showed it to you in bloom. And then that's like all it does. But the clematis, look, you can already see the clematis is growing new stuff. This is all new, this bright green coming in. So we'll get more clematis blooms as well. If this doesn't rebloom and this one continues to bloom and rebloom and gets big, I am going to, at the end of the season, cut this rose way down, pull it out, and put another one of those in so that the whole arbor can be that color. That's the plan. Anyway, so I just wanted to give you guys a quick update before I go into work now. Hopefully there's nothing in my, I'm having watermelon for lunch. Hopefully, since I left you guys, there's no like bugs in here. No, there's not. It's a beautiful day too. I think it's 76 out right now. It's going to be 79. Set you in my soil right there today total, so it's not going to be bad. It's going to be a really nice day. There's a robin out there today, and there's two of them, and he was like, he saw me and he kept like he was curious, he or she kept hopping a little closer. It was cute. So all right, my friends, well, I gotta finish this up. I've got a lot going on at work today. I'm gonna finish up my watermelon, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow or later today. Hello. So I am getting ready to plant all of these things in the new the new vegetable garden that Robert and I put together. And I've got little tags and I've already like written on them. It's raining, but it's just drizzling. Let me turn you guys. All right, here we go. So this still isn't up yet. So let's go in and then, well, I'll take you for a peeker. Let's put this down, all these seeds, and I'll show you what we're going to do, what we're planting shortly. But let's take a look over here. I don't want to be out here too long because, do you see what I see? We've got nasturtium flowers. So we have the orange ones coming up, and then we have these like rich, like little red cherry ones. There's a couple of those. I think I just sort of mixed them in so they like kind of hide underneath, but we do have them. And then this is calendula and it has a bud on it, so happy to see that. Tomatoes look like they're doing good. I need to prune those bottom layers, but this guy is really growing, so time to get him kind of hooked up there, trellised up a little bit, so that's doing well. Oh, and there are some beans here. Look at this. I guess they're just random. I kind of remember planting them. They didn't have anything. These I think were maybe pole beans that were supposed to close. You can kind of see there's another one. I don't know how many plants are there. 3? There's 3. So there's like 3 beans on them, and then there's this one. And this is another calendula plant coming up. And of course, more of our nasturtiums, and this one has a pretty red one. So these are fabulous. Okay, so those are growing. So let's go over here. Everything over here is looking good. Oh, there's more beans. I think these are beans here. Yeah, and that one just took off. I think with all of and they've got buds all over them. I think with all the rain we got, that is really helpful. These are raspberry bushes, raspberry canes here that just grew here that I need to get out. We have raspberries actually over there, some of them. This is our parsley doing fine. This guy has a little bit of like something. You see that? I don't know if that's like a burn or blight. I'm not sure, but we've gotten a lot of rain, so I'm gonna come in here. Oh, and that's Grayson's plant that he got. And there's like aphids, so that all needs to be. So this bed's a little. I'm gonna have to spray it. This one has something on it. Although, do you see that back there? That is our, oh my God, what's it called? It's so pretty, that red plant. It grows really, really tall, and it's starting to take off. This was a seedling that we started, and it's doing really well. And over here, I've got, I think, pumpkins. I don't know if any of this, I think these are squash and pumpkins. I'm not really sure, because Grayson was putting them in different spots. I did have some cucumbers that didn't grow. This is a potato plant in here. And then that back there is celery. These are cleomes. I think I don't know if I put these seeds here. I must have, because there's a whole bunch of them. Maybe I put them here on purpose. I don't know, to get some color. I am going to put some sunflowers in this bed next week when it's shiny, but we are going to focus on this bed. I don't have it all the way filled up because it's sunk in a little bit, but we didn't want it to go through here. But this is fine. I'll probably add more soil to it as the year goes on or next year, but for now, this is perfect. So let us talk real quick. I'll sit here and I'll tell you guys what we're going to be planting. I'm just putting them in categories, but I've got these little Tennessee spinner gourds. I'm just gonna put a couple of these in. They make these tiny little gourds, and I'm hoping to, if I get some, then you dry them out and you can use them for presents and you make little ornaments. They're like a fun one. They're not one that you eat. I have these blooming prairie bush snap beans, which are a glossy purple bean, and they just grow on a bush. So there's going to be a bunch of those. I found my Aunt Molly's ground cherry. I love these. These will be planted kind of in the middle or the edge of the bed because they're so delicious. They're like a fruit and they taste like kind of like pineapple. I'm going to try a bunch of different squashes. So I don't have luck with squash because our bug pressure is so bad, and I should have planted these already, but everything gets eaten here. Like, they destroy squash before I can get it. So I'm going to plant a whole bunch of it. I don't even care. I guess I should pay attention to like if one is more resistant than the other, but right now I'm just getting them in. So I have an early summer crookneck squash. I've got spaghetti squash. I'll know what that is if that comes in, and a green squash. So I'm going to know what all of these are anyway. And this is sort of, I can go back and look here. And then I've got jaggedy little pumpkins I've also not had luck with. So we're going to see. And an acorn squash. So we're going to try that. And then I've got some melons. I've got a Kaza melon, which this is like a small, like softball melon. This is from M.I. Gardner. And it's supposed to be very sweet with a high sugar content. Looks yummy. So we'll try that. Sugar baby watermelons. I don't know they'll do well here. We haven't really, the one time we did grow watermelons, we cut it too early because we didn't know. Now we know. I don't know if this gets enough sun back here, but we're going to put them in. And then a melon moule d'or. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, but that's like a honeydew melon. And it's also like a high sugar content melon. And then for cucumbers, I have an Ashley cucumber. This is also by M.I. Gardner. I have one seed of the Space Master, one left, so I figured I'd plant it. And then a Pioneer cucumber, which came from a seed box, which I don't know what it's like. So we're gonna get these in. First I'm gonna lay them out, and then I'm gonna plant them. All right, I'm starting with the watermelon here. I forgot what to do a thing for just regular melon, but I'm gonna just sort of put them all over because I know I'm not gonna end up getting all of these. Like, I'm gonna overplant because I know a lot of it's just not gonna make it. So, and I'm only planting 3 of the watermelon seeds. Well, maybe 4 because I got 4 in my hand in case a birdie gets it. So there's that. Watermelon's done. And then I am gonna put let's go ahead and put the cucumbers in next, which are back there. There's our little cucumber sign. We'll plant our first one that we just have one of. If they have to, they can climb up this. This is all getting moved eventually. I'll put this one just like right here. Again, I haven't had luck with cucumbers. I haven't had luck back here anyway. I have had luck on my deck with cucumbers, but I'm not planting anything on the deck this year. This is the Pioneer cucumber next because we still have to stain it, so I don't want to put anything up there right now. I'll put 2 in this one just in case one doesn't go. Okay, there's those. And then the last cucumbers that I have are the M.I. Gardner ones. I'm gonna do 4 of those. So I know these are too closely planted together, but I just know some of them are gonna get eaten and die. So I'm just overdoing it. That way, when they die, hopefully I get one that lives. That's all I want. Just one that makes it, so I can get some cucumbers. If they all live. All right, so I overplanted. I just planted these two, but if I got them way too close together, but they always die on me. At least this way, if they all make it. If they all make it and I get too many cucumbers and I'm overloaded with cucumbers, it's fine. Then I'll just give some away, give them to people at work, and all that jazz. So, all right, let's get our squash in. Let's do our squashy squash next. Yeah, we have the green, this one, and then the yellow. And I already kind of made some little marks here. That way, if some of these don't come up, then I'll have extras and I'll know they're fine. So, okay, or the seed's bad or whatever. Okay, let's get our zucchinis in. That one's zucchini. These might not be good. I don't know. There's a dead bug in there. I don't know if these are going to be good and viable seeds here. But I'm gonna try them. Okay, and I have one spaghetti squash right here. Actually, I think I'm gonna put that over by the pumpkins, in the corner over there, because the stuff that I sort of scattered around in the other bed didn't do very well. I think that we had too many bugs. I think that's what the problem was. So now we're going back here. Right back here. And I'm going to put these guys back here. There's a big old like centipede thing back there. You just get to do the baby pumpkins back there too. And these will be like more up front here. Same thing with these. They would start to make a pumpkin and then they would just die. I think it's bug. I'm hoping there's not as many bugs on this one because this is a brand new bed and I didn't use any of like the mulch. I didn't use any of the wood chips or anything in this bed. So maybe this bed will be okay. We shall see. These Aunt Molly's ground cherries, these are super little seeds. So I'm just going to, I did make like kind of like a line here and I'm going to just sort of sprinkle them in because they're so small. I grew these last year, but can't even see them coming out. All right, can you see? I grew them in a container. So I have not grown them this way. And actually I think my holes are just too deep because I'm going to set it on top and then honestly, I bet you could just press these in the ground. Let me see what this packet says. 1/4 of an inch, takes 14 to 20 days to germinate, and you space 18 to 24 inches apart after. So we can space out. I'm just going to overplant them so they grow. And I will be super happy if I get some ground cherries. I will be super happy because those are delish. If you have not tried ground cherries, you need to. There's like a cross between like a pear and a pineapple, and I don't know, it's just delish. Next up, we are doing the Blooming Prairie bush snap bean, and these are purple. And I did make 2 rows for these. These are going all along the middle. These should grow. These seeds look like this. So we're gonna plant those guys, about like 8 inches, 6 to 8 inches apart. I have to go on the other side of the bed to finish. These guys should grow. As well. Even the beans are pretty. They got purple on them. Okay, they're tucked in. All right, those guys are in. But see how pretty these beans are? Aren't they pretty? Just like pretty little beans. All right, what else we got? We got spinning gourds to put in still, and a couple other melons. Spinning gourd, I think I'm gonna stick that back there. I'm gonna put the other fancy melons up with the watermelon, but I might put the spinning gourds also over in the other bed too. But let's go ahead and stick them in the corner. Oh, there's already a slug in this bed. There's nothing in here, but there's still a slug. Get out. All right, I'm doing these little guys, these small little melons here. They should be happy. This is actually really good soil. I also dropped some spinning gourd seeds by the fence line, and we'll see if they grow up the fence. I think I'm gonna wait. This is like a winter squash, so I'm gonna wait on that. I'm gonna plant this in the other bed. Right in here. I'll plant a couple of them. That way, hopefully one or two come up. There's potato bugs everywhere in here, and they have a tendency to eat things like my seeds. All right, we'll see how they do in there. All right, I just put this other one that we had for our snap peas up here for this guy for now, and everything is planted. So obviously nothing's coming up, I just planted it, but we have some melons, watermelon and regular, and like that smaller melon there. We have cucumbers, we have a whole row of beans, we got 3 different types of squash, we got the ground cherries, we got pumpkins, and I think I planted something else, I don't remember, but everything is in here. So I will give you guys updates as I finish it. And then I threw some down here. I threw a couple of watermelon seeds, and then down there I've got to get the weeds out of here. They're not really a weed, it's like a wild strawberry that the birds eat. But anyway, I planted some of the spinning gourds down there. Robert must have saved this little rock because he liked it. It looked like a little pebble. Anyway, so I'm going to take the rest of the seeds inside and I have acorn squash, and some other winter squashes I'll plant later in the year. But right now, let's put our gate back up so our doggy don't get out. Goodness, I did it. That was work. That was so much work. Okay, so I'm gonna take these in the house and go wash my hands. And I will give you guys updates as things start to come in. But I think we're gonna get rain today and tomorrow, which is Thursday. I don't know about Friday. Hopefully we have a nice weekend. I think we're supposed to have a nice weekend. And I'll keep you posted on what grows and what doesn't. I have a terrible time with squash. We have squash bugs, we've got potato bugs, we've got everything that eats them lives here in Virginia. So we'll see.
Lost in your eyes, under your spell. Oh, it's like we've always known.